Hello, show buddies. Welcome back to the channel. Okay, it's either really late Wednesday or really early Thursday. I'm not totally sure. I had a big long day today out checking out on some more beach and shelling conditions at Lido at South Lido Beach Park and at Longboat over at Gulfside Drive Beaches. Longboat is hard up right now. There are shells there, a lot of smashed just pieces of frit, but the damage was, wow. A stark comparison between what happened at Sunset Beach to what happened at Longboat Key. Longboat Key did not, in fact, get any repairs taken care of before this next storm hit, and unfortunately, what little area they did repair, all was washed out. The beach dune is gone to the point that the roots from palm trees are exposed 18 inches down. Without major renourishment, I don't know what those folks out there are going to do because it's in pretty bad shape. So, Longboat, shelling-wise, is not awesome right now because all these exposed rocks are preventing anything from being washed up. Can't get to the sand because the rocks are in the way. So, Lido, on the other hand, absolutely carpeted with shells. From the point at the bottom of South Lido to the rocks that are over in front of that bottom resort there. Unbelievable. Dozens of people were out there finding tons of stuff. Unreal. I don't think I've ever seen that many fighting conchs and moon snails at Lido, which is known for both of them, by the way. I've never seen that many of either of those. I saw lightning whelks and apple murex and tulips, giant Atlantic cockles, prickly cockles, yellow cockles, calico clams. Oh gosh, I found a top snail, chestnut turbans. I found a purplish semele. I found a paper cockle. I found tiny little whelks that big, bigger whelks like this. Lido was a ton of fun today. I would highly recommend that you get down to Lido Beach in the next 2 to 3 days before the weather turns again and we get some more rain right around Christmas. And as we approach Christmas and just after, we're coming into our full moon tide swing, which means that our lows are going to be lower and our highs are going to be about average, maybe a teeny little bit higher, but the lows are going to be lower and the water's going to be sucked pretty far out. And with what I saw at Lido today, there should be shells for days there and through a big swath of the beach. The bottom point, by the way, has also grown in sand. It has actually gotten bigger. There used to be quite a steep drop off like this right at the end of Lido Point. It's like this now. Nice gradual slope into the water. So Lido got bigger while other places got smaller, and Lido got one heck of a shell haul at it. Unbelievable. I've got friends that are in the shell club in the artisans group. I sent a picture to our group today and somebody said, "Oh, Lido looks like Sanibel used to." I mean, just covered. So I would highly recommend hitting the area of South Lido Beach by the rocks all the way down to the end of the point out in the channel, and even scoot around a little bit to the bayside. An absolutely amazing amount of stuff to be had there. So today when I went on to Lido Beach, normally when I enter the park, instead of going off to the right, I usually go straight back over by where the bathrooms are. John and I will get on the beach there, and we'll walk along the bayside until we get out to the point. But because the point has been kind of stretching and getting bigger each time, as we get more of these storms piling up more sand, that walk is getting a little further and a little further each time. So today when I pulled in the park, I pulled off to the right-hand side and parked sort of parallel to where that resort is right there, just on the outside of the gate. And in front of that resort, there are a couple of different rock jetties that are there. So not a normal direction for me to go when I get on the beach. Usually I get on the beach and go left, but today at first I went right, and I was not disappointed. There was an amazing array of stuff there over by those rocks. Absolutely wild. Let's go take a look.
I'll be able to tell when I get further down that way
But I swear the bottom of Lido Point, every time we get a storm, seems to be getting bigger lately. So when I get over that way, I'll be able to shoot back and kind of compare it to my earlier footage. But I'm quite amazed at how much stuff there is. I love it when people do artwork with shells on the beach. That's so fun. How pretty is that? Gorgeous. If you're the artist, drop me a note in the comments. Look in here. In and among all these rocks, there's shells everywhere I'm looking. Every place I'm looking. Boy, it's gonna be a good time down here for a few days at least. Another monster shell pile in front of me, just above the rock. Oh, wow. My goodness. The rough scallops here. And the calicos too. Some amazing ones. Really nice. Yeah, another lovely piece. Oh, look, there's a little baby murex. Little baby apple murex. How cute. As we can see, it's a lot of the same stuff that I was just finding on the other side of these rocks. Olives, fighting conchs, small arcs, calico, scallops, and clams. Pieces of whelk. There's spiny jewel boxes all over. I mean, gosh, look at these fighting conchs. They're practically neon. Incredible. Incredible. Look at the size of the turkey wings down here. And also amazing how smashed some of this stuff is. I mean, there's a lot of force to take and break some of these thicker shells like this. So, another perfect lettered olive. Little tiny, tiny, spiny jewel box. How adorable. What am I looking for? Anything and everything that's cool. I just found this cute little nutmeg and a great moon snail. There's a little nutmeg and a lightning whelk. Cute little olive. One of the concerns that I have for Longboat, since it has not in that Gulfside Drive area yet been really fixed, repaired, or anything like that, not only do you see a carve line for what's left of the dune after Idalia and these last 2 weekend storms have given it a walloping, but even further away from the damaged dune, you go down the beach and then it drops off again. So there's multiple carve lines now at Longboat. This will present a problem for sea turtles who want to come back and nest to these areas. Sea turtles will go back to where they were born at to lay their clutch of eggs. And if the beach isn't there, or if it's completely blocked off by rocks, that will make it inaccessible for the turtles to come back and do that nesting. So on top of property and infrastructure loss that we have to worry about, we would have to worry about some not only habitat loss, but the ecosystem in that habitat, most specifically our sea turtles, which is something very near and dear to the hearts of everybody in Florida. We love, 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 love our sea turtles here. So for me to see that the places where I know there were stakes all this past year, two or three different nesting cycles, there were stakes all over Longboat, and I don't know where those turtles are going to go. I don't know where those turtles are going to nest. I don't know how soon they'll show up, but it is of a concern. My heart goes out to Longboat beaches, its critters, the people that enjoy those beaches, the folks with property right there. Without a major intervention soon, we've got worse troubles coming for them. And it's sad to see. But we know from Pinellas County how many millions of dollars that this takes, and it's a stopgap measure against more storm and more battering. If you don't do anything, obviously more damage happens. Even when you do something, that gets damaged too. But what's the alternative? I don't claim to have the answers. All I can do is point out what I see, and I see trouble. I am back at Longboat, Gulfside, where there's 2 handicap parking spots and a short walk to the beach. There's also parking at Broadview Access and a number of other little smaller beach access places.
sort of between here and about maybe 2/3 of the way down the island, and then you run out of places to park. Oh dear God. Oh, that's new. Okay, so Longboat Key at Gulfside Drive had a number of problems after Idalia, and a lot of sand washed out. They had barely made a little bit of a repair to my right, and it appears that the repair sand that they put has all been washed in and up. I can see the grasses laying down and a flow pattern this way. I see way more rocks than I've ever seen in my life here. Yeah, this didn't go well for Longboat. Oh my gosh. Now, we're in a situation here in Longboat where there's not a ton of public beach access here, but there's a lot of beach access here. Okay, there's a carved shelf right there where it just falls off into the water. And here's where the storm rat got to and carved this whole thing all the way around to where I can't see anymore at the bend of the point. And it's not good news for Longboat Key. There was very little protection here for the homes and what have you before Idalia, and then last Sunday and the Sunday before. Okay, we got another carved spot here. I just stepped down, and all of that sand that they had just built up here has been plowed right out of there. Oh dear. And you can see the beach itself has also is having a really tough time. Look at this carved line. And this, guys, is only an hour and a half past low tide. It's like 2:30, 2:40 right now. Low tide for Lido was at 1:11, so it was about the same time here. I see a few shells. I see beach sand falling as I'm watching it. And this is bad news for Longboat. Bad news. Something's going to have to take place to start protecting what they have left for beach here, or a lot of these properties are going to be in some big trouble if we get a few more big storms. This beach is steep. I'm leaning to my right, probably about 15 degrees. Very difficult to walk. Let's see what's here on the shore. It is washing up, and I can see shells in the water. You know, there's stuff here rolling around. Not that I want to get wet all over again, but no, got a cool piece of coral here that I'll take. Not much shell-wise, honestly, not right here anyway. What a mess. This beach used to extend out a good 20-30 feet on the other side of these rocks, which you didn't really even know were here before. Now, Longboat is known for sea turtle nesting. No dunes means no place for them to lay their eggs. They will still try. They come back to where they were born at to lay their eggs. Gosh, yeah, they had covered this over the last time John and I were here. I don't even think I've posted video from that yet. Oh gosh, not an easy beach walk, guys. Concrete barriers and rocks exposed everywhere. And you can see where all of this just washed right up. Man. So, without the protection of the additional sand around the rocks, this is going to continue to take damage. Don't see much in the way of shells, not here. Oh gosh. Oh my gosh. Oh my gosh. That dune is gone. Gone, gone, gone. All the way gone. It's all the way gone. Oh man. But I can see very clearly that the sand that we saw 3 weeks ago or 4 weeks ago, not only is it washed out, it's washed up against people's property. And that whole wall around their porch, there used to be behind a dune. It's all been leveled. Looked like they have shoveled the sand off their walkway. Okay, I'm on my way off Longboat, and just to give you an indication of how much sand is gone, you are looking at the root ball of that palm tree. Let's get a little closer. So if that's the root ball, that's about 18 inches high. So we've lost about 1.5 feet, maybe 2 feet of sand right here. Even well-established grasses and root systems can't protect this area from the ocean. So, poor little new grasses at Sunset didn't stand a chance. Neither did this one.
So, Lido Key is where it's at, pass-a-grille is where it's at, and again, shelling conditions should be good at least until we get our rain this weekend, if not past that. Even if we do get a rain and a bit of a storm, we also have a full moon coming. So if we do get a storm, the tides may be exacerbated, may do a little more damage to some of these areas, may bring even more shells in. I recommend getting out there, enjoying your weekend, and enjoy your holiday. Go on a shelling holiday right here as a staycation in your backyard if you're from the area. If you're coming to our area to visit, make sure you put pass-a-grille and South Lido Beach on your stops for must-shell locations for the week of approaching Christmas to the beginning week of Christmas. Well, that's all for now, shell buddies. Stay tuned for some more updates, and we will have some really cool haul videos coming up very soon. It's just a little tough for me to do these longer format videos when I'm trying to get beach reports out because the conditions have changed so much just in the last week or two, basically. So stay tuned for more. We'll have lots more coming up real soon. And if I don't see you between now and Christmas, have a great holiday, get out on those beaches, and go shelling.